Hi, so I'm painting Olivia Rodrigo from her new album Sar. She's my favorite singer, so I decided to make a portrait of her. And I'm just starting out with the outline, obviously, mapping out all the main features like where things should be, making it look like her. Make sure you get the proportions right. And if you were wondering, I'm using watercolor paper because I thought it was the best choice for this portrait because it has a lot of layering of watercolors and colored pencils, and watercolor paper is thicker than your normal paper and will grip on to color pencils really well because it has this texture. So yeah, I'm using that paper, and this is my reference photo, which is kind of cropped out. I cropped out her hands. She was like folding her hands, but then that was a little bit too complicated to I'm using watercolors like I said, and I'm using this flat brush to do the background. For the background, I've used like a more bluish purple than like complete purple. It's more on the blue side, so it's like more of blue mixed with a little bit of red mixed with white, and that's it. Just painting the background. That looks good. Now I'm gonna move on to doing the base layer. The base is just like a wash of watercolors, and I'm not doing any details. Like, I'm just gonna add like a watered down layer of the skin tones. I'm gonna start with the watercolors and I'm gonna add the color pencils like later on when I have to make more details, when I have to do her hair or something, or like I have to do individual strands. So that is when I'm gonna use the color pencils. But when you're starting out with the watercolors, just keep it like a really thin down a layer. And I'm starting with this skin tone, which is like yellow ochre mixed with white and a lot of water. Keep it very thin, and that's what I'm gonna use for her hands and face. And then I'm gonna add the same watery layer for her top and hair. See, it doesn't even look like there's much on the paper. That's because you just need to see what is gonna be there. Like, you have to start out with the lightest skin tone for the first layer, and then you make it darker as you go on. Now I'm making the top. Again, this is also a very thin layer of pink. Then I've done her mouth as well. I've done her hair, and this is how the first base layer looks with the background. Of course, the background, I felt like doing that first because I don't know, I'm gonna put the hair on top of that, so I'll get the details better. Now I'm gonna start with the eyes, which are very important. So keep your black pencil really sharp, like black or whatever color their eyes are. Hers are like dark brown black kind of thing. So I did her eyelashes, and then I've started with the brown, and then I'm slowly adding in the black. So like it's darker on the top and gets lighter as we go down. So I'm gonna start adding black from there and slowly blending it downwards. Like, make sure it looks blended, there's no white spaces, and I'm just gonna keep doing like brown black switching, and there we go. The eyes look good. So you just need to work on the eyes for a bit to make them look realistic, but you'll get there in the end. Now I'm gonna start her lips and tongue, and the sour thing on her tongue, I just darkened that up a little bit. For her lips, use red and brown. Not much of the pink because we already used the pink for the first wash, and I think like that's good enough. You just need to figure out a way to like blend the red into the pink, so like there's a slow transition and it doesn't look like you've just put a line of red and left the first layer like just pink. And for the tongue, also you have to use brown because it's not completely pink all the time. It's like a mix of brownish, black, pink, black, pink, and what am I saying? Black, pink, black and red, and the space behind her teeth and tongue is like not completely black, so if you do a super dark black there, it won't look good. So try doing like a mix of brown and black again. And that's it, just slowly shade in till it looks good. Now I'm gonna move on to her hands, which is like kind of start to make it realistic. Now we did the first layer and you can see like the light is hitting on the left side, so we're gonna start with that. And like I said, the first layer was the lightest shade, so I'm gonna start adding the dark colors from the right side going to the left side, so it looks like a smooth blend, and you'll see it just starts to look more realistic. Now I'm adding this super white tone. You might not see it clearly because it's like really white, but I'm adding white and this darker version of the first pigment we added and kind of just blend it from there. I've also taken this darker brown and adding it to the right side, blending it to the left. I think you get the point. If you've seen my last shorts video of YouTube, then I had shown tips on how to make your drawings or paintings look 3D, and this is a really good example of that. Like the light is hitting on the left side, the right side is darker, and you're just blending it from the light to dark, making it look like it's a three-dimensional person. Otherwise your drawings will look flat. And now I am doing the dark part between her hair and face. It looks really dark in the photo, but when you're actually starting that bit, don't start so dark. Like just go slowly towards brown, then maybe a little bit more black. Don't add black straight away, otherwise it'll probably work, but it won't look as good as if you slowly blended in the brown and then the black. It's all about the layers. And now I'm doing her dress, which is like light pink, and it's kind of like this feathery, furry kind of thing. I don't know exactly, but so for that texture, I'm just flicking my brush upwards. I did the pink base like before, and now I'm just like flicking my brush upwards with the white. And this is also gonna take a lot of layers. I'm gonna come back to this again after it dries, make more layers, put some light pink, dark pink, white, and make it look realistic. Here's a close-up of how I'm doing it. And I have done the face with the same method, and I forgot to record, but the face was basically like the same thing, almost the same thing, just starting from the starting from the darker area, moving on to the lighter area, trying to blend it all. And the face wasn't actually as hard as I thought it would be, because I was procrastinating on doing the face for a long time. But I guess I got the practice of like doing the skin tones because I didn't do the face first. But anyways, I think the face looks quite good. Now I'm doing her hair. I started with the black colored pencil on top of the first wash of black, and you just start doing the darkest bits first, and like moving on to the lighter parts, because then you know where the shadows are exactly, and the other parts you just have to like move with the flow. It'll be okay. Keep looking at your reference photo where the shadows are, in which way the hair is flowing. And now is the time where I'm doing the part between her face and her hair the darkest. Like all this time I was just like building up on it, like making it darker and darker. But if I had straight up done black, it wouldn't have like blended with everything else so well. But if you slowly go for it, then it'll just be a smooth transition, and you shouldn't put straight up black. So that's one tip. I'm doing the eyebrows, and I guess that's it. Like she looks like her. I think at least she looks like her. Her hair is not done yet, but I think that'll turn out okay. And I hope you liked the video. So the painting is done, but I still haven't done the stickers or her necklace, which I don't know if I should do, because like it looks good like this. Like I'm done with the hair. I think I might do like a few more details or something, but I think it looks pretty good right now. And yeah, I guess it's done. I don't think I want to do the stickers of the necklace because then I might ruin it, and it looks good like this. I kind of wanted to do the stickers. Like, the face blending is kind of good. I don't want to spoil that. And if the stickers go wrong, the whole thing is gonna look bad because I can't remove it. So it's gonna stay like this. But I hope you liked it. And subscribe.